Hello, I'm Mariah Ramharak, and I'm so happy to present the top 10 moments on In Case You Missed It for 2024. It has been a thrilling season filled with top-class guests and interesting interviews. We have broken stories, shared some good laughs, and got one-on-one insight into the lives of our sporting stars. As we put a lid on 2024, I look forward to working harder in 2025 as I continue to get answers to the questions that you, our viewers, have for our guests. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I now present to you the top 10 moments of 2024. Did you always want to be a cricketer? When did you fall in love with the sport?
Yeah, I always want to be a cricketer and play at the highest level. I fell in love with the game at the tender age of 7, actually. You know, playing in the backlands with my grandfather where we had the kids and stuff, you know, playing cricket. You know, so this is when I fall in love with the game.
Kylie, you come from Trinidad and Tobago. You're playing here, of course, in the JPL, representing Cavalier and everything. And one of the things that I noticed when I was preparing for this interview is you've been described as one of Cavalier's most lethal offensive weapons. They're calling you a weapon, I mean. How does that make you feel, one? And do you think your team has all of the tools necessary to get over the line and lift the trophy?
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I mean, obviously, I haven't reached my full potential as yet. I have many things to learn and that I need to improve on, but I'm happy to be able to help the team so much. And then collectively, I really feel that we can make a good run this season.
Yeah, good to hear that. But I have to ask you, you know, with everything aside, what's your assessment of how this season of the JPL has been going? I mean, Montego Bay is at the top of the table right now.
Right, to be honest, you know, I know who started, you know, who can finish it, you know. You understand? Because sometimes you start high, and then when it reach down to the last, you don't see who was at the top at the early stage. So I know who started and who finished it.
I think I should start by saying a big congratulations on being named to the ICC Women's T20 World Cup Team of the Tournament. How much of an honor is that for you?
Felt overwhelming. I said, very privileged to, you know, see my name being there into the squad. I mean, didn't really expecting to see my name there with all the big names out there, the big guns competing. I mean, didn't really expecting to see my name, and then to be on the flight heading to London, and then when I pick up Wi-Fi to see people congratulating me, I mean, I was just surprised and just felt happy.
So, if a national call-up was not enough for you, you couldn't help yourself because you went to my country and you decided to score against them, Trinidad and Tobago. That was in March 2024. So how did you feel scoring on your debut? You know, just making that instant impact.
You know, I feel like the happiest person on the earth.
Yeah.
And that I scored my debut for my country, which I was dreaming about. So, you know, it's a big thumbs up to myself. After
you did that, what did coach and your team say to you?
They would say, hey, you scored a debut, give yourself a clap.
But you know, sometimes cricket is tough. That's a fact. Any sport is a tough career. There have been ups and downs like, you know, in any other sport. Have you ever felt like giving up? And if so, what keeps you motivated?
I don't think I felt like giving up, but I know that it's never been an easy road. I felt like the challenges has really motivated me to even do better, like do more, do better, improve, so that when it comes to competition time, you know, I'm actually out there competing and not studying like what challenges I've faced or I've had before. So really and truly, it's about every time I feel like I'm not doing something right, I try to do it a lot more so that it becomes I become better at it.
Yeah. I'd love to know though, Theo, when you realized that you had copped gold, do you remember what was the first thing that went through your mind?
It was just oh my God, thank you, God, oh my God. And I think if you see the video of me reacting where I'm popping up and down ridiculously, that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't even think, I think my brain just kind of went blank and all that was coming out of my mouth was, oh my God. And then it wasn't until I got that flag in my hand that I realized, oh my goodness, I get to display my flag. I get to display our flag to the world.
But this is something that I really was looking forward to ask you, right? It's about fatherhood and sport. And it's something that I've always had a keen interest in. You have 2 kids now, right?
Yes, 2 boys.
Yeah, how difficult is it for you, Romario, playing a sport that takes you around the world, which means you miss some key phases of your children's life, right? So does that affect you in any way? And do you think becoming a dad made you an even better cricketer? Because now you have these little boys looking up to you, and I know you really want to make them proud.
Well, you know, for starters, you know, that was one of my biggest motivation when I had my first son. You know, that's something that pushed me, that I can't actually let him down. I can't let him go through what I went through as a child. So betterments for him, that's something that actually motivated me and helped me, you know, push further, because at that stage, it was a make or break kind of way for me. Either I do well in cricket or I actually quit. Because, you know, when you bring a child in the mix, you have to provide, and you have to provide for him well if you want to actually see him actually grow better than how he was actually brought up. So that was something that pushed me, and, you know, up to this day, just sometimes when you have a hard game and just to actually go home and actually get a call from him now, because he's 7 years old, so sometimes he's more in tune to the game and he understands the game. So whenever he see me like actually do bad, he will call me sometime at the wrong time, because sometimes he will tell you, how come you only make 2 today, or you didn't get no wickets today? So sometimes it's hard. But then you got to see the funny side of it, that he's only a kid and he want to see you do well. So he asked this question, and now I have a 3-month-old, well, soon to be 3-month-old boy. So it got difficult at time whenever you have to be away for so long, and, you know, he's calling that he's missing you and stuff like that. You just have to know that, hey, it's a job, and you have to tell him that if you want nice thing, you have to work.
Understand, yeah. Well, that's really cute, and I hope that you are able to pick up some great performances. So the next time he calls you, Romario, he can tell you how proud he is, because he's looking on. The thing about kids is they're watching, they're admiring, and they understand. Kids now are so smart. They understand everything that's going on. So I'm so happy to hear that.
This year is really big for Jamaica. And a lot is riding on it, both in developing the team, but also financially. This can be a really good year for the JFF if we do good. These 2 tournaments in March, the Nations League semi-final and hopefully a final, and then Copa America, big tournaments. So yeah, if we do well, it's going to be a really good year for Jamaica. So hopefully we will do.
I love asking players that would have gone through this before, like former players like yourself. Are you pleased with the direction that West Indies cricket is heading?
Well, I'm not 100% sure what the direction. I'm going to be honest with you, because I'm not insight into what's happening. I'm pleased with the commitment I'm seeing from the guys who are playing now. I'm pleased with the squad that was selected. I don't know the long-term plans of what's happening. So when that is unfold, then you can look at it. But I'm happy with what I saw. You know, they played the Test series in Australia, and with what is happening with this, the T20 against South Africa in Savannah Park first, and now looking at the World Cup to see the squad and how things are looking together. So I'm happy with the performances that are coming through.
And you know, you say that, Courtney, and I start thinking to myself, the lack of involvement, if I'm to say that, about former players when it comes to the direction of cricket. Do you ever feel as if, you know, you would like to play a bigger role when it comes to this current Windies team, and of course shaping the future of Windies cricket?
Well, why I smile and laugh is that when I was in Bangladesh, I was told that, you know, when I finished there, I said I wanted to be in the system here in whichever way, shape or form to help.
Yeah.
Obviously, I applied for the job and by default because the person who got the job didn't take up the mantle. So I was made head coach for the women's team for 2 seasons, which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
But I think more or less the involvement of West Indies cricket is something that I wanted to do, to be involved, to see what, you know, what you can do and learn while you're in the job, yes, but also help the youngsters coming through. That didn't materialize. So in terms of me being involved, yes, I would have loved to have been involved with West Indies cricket if I could have, or if I was afforded the opportunity. Not just with the women, but with the men as well. But that didn't happen. So all I can do from a distance is wish West Indies cricket well.
Well, those were the top 10 moments on In Case You Missed It for 2024. Cheers to a bigger, better 2025. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Mariah Ramharak. Here's to wishing you a Merry Christmas and a bright and prosperous New Year.